What's going on, guys? And I am now back. And I've had a little bit of a break. I've been really busy this week. I wanted to get a video out, but I just couldn't find the time. So I've just been really busy, and sorry I couldn't get a video to you over this about week-long hiatus of not really anything going on in the any Hawks games going on, because they didn't play Seattle from about compared to Arizona since Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So a 5-day break, and this is a 6th day since I posted. No, 5 days, yeah, because I posted on Saturday. So yeah, sorry about that. But Hawks are back. They're trying to get their first road win against the newest team in the NHL against Seattle, Game 16. They win 4-2, and they really should have been 4-1, but that could have been avoided very much so. They moved to 5-9-2, so they claw their way back. They win their 4th in a row. They did not. Judging by the stats, they don't look like the dominant team. Seattle outshoots them 33-19, outhits them 29-19, and out face-offs them 29-19. So it's just kind of funny how that kind of works out. Chicago goes 0-for-1 on the power play. Seattle goes 1-for-2. Not many whistles for the first two periods. In the third period, it felt like there was a whistle every 10, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. But in the first two periods, no whistles at all. Not for the entire period, just like maybe an offside or icing or puck out of play, maybe once every 8 minutes or so. Fleury saves 17 out of 19 in the win. Grubauer saves 30 out of 33 in the actually reround that. I don't know why I wrote down the opposites. Grubauer saves 16 of 19 in the loss, and Fleury saves 31 out of 33 in the win. I gotta fix that. Don't know why they're switched around. This game happened yesterday, which was November 17th at 9 p.m. It was on TNT, so it was a nationally televised game. And let's get right to it. Hawks had seven defensemen dressed and 11 forwards, which I thought was strange. But Caleb Jones made his debut tonight, and Hardman was out because of it. Hardman was the 12th forward that got put out. Jones brothers are playing together, so that was a funny moment. Probably a very cool moment for the brothers, Caleb and Seth. So that was cool. And then let's start the game. Hayden Fleury blew a tire early. Kershaw has a chance, which would be saved. Gord laid a hit on Gustafson. Seattle's putting pressure on. Tanev slew foot Murphy, no call. We'll come back to that later. There was a very physical start for both teams. Chance in front, open net, could not put it in. Caden Kubalik one-timer saved on a turnover. 3-on-2 for Chicago, and it's a tic-tac-toe pass, which would lead. It was a great play. It leads to at 4:57 a Chicago goal for Seth Jones, his second of the season, from Caden DeBrincat to make it 1-0. Phenomenal play. You think DeBrincat's going to shoot it? Nope. Passes it right over to Jones, who on a tough angle makes the shot, and it goes in. Great play. That was Jones' 300th point as well. Kubalik just misses a chance. Chicago in complete control right now, getting numerous chances. Eberle almost finesses the entire team, but they stop him. And we go to the second period. Not much happened. We started off with a breakaway goal at 17:59 for Alex DeBrincat from Doc. DeBrincat's 9th of the year to make it 2-0. Alexiak almost caught him. He's trying to get around him. DeBrincat just put it over Grubauer's shoulder. And 2-0. I was pretty happy with that. Seattle got a couple of chances, missed. This is when Seattle started to take over. Seattle started getting all the chances, all the pressure on, but they just could not net one in. Fleury was incredible. Fleury made an incredible save on Gord, and then again, Seattle got a couple of chances, we missed them all. Hawks giveaway. Fleury, another great diving save. Grubauer then makes a diving save on DeBrincat. Bad icing call against Seattle. That shit was not icing. Seattle applying pressure, been the much better team since the goal. Seattle hits the post in a scramble. Wouldn't be the only time. Grubauer long pass to Gord on a Hawks change. It wouldn't lead to anything. No whistles, all Seattle. Seattle post again. Fleury saves a good deflection by McCann. And we go to the third, which is where we go back to the Tanev Murphy conversation. McCabe, who is Murphy's partner, then gets payback on Tanev by slew footing. No call. It was just like Tanev did to Murphy, so it evened out the calls. Get two wrongs, don't make a right. Then it was a stupid penalty by Dunn at 18:40 for roughing. It was just that's a stupid play to make. The announcers are praising Dunn. Love Kenny Albert and Eddie Olczyk. Eddie Olczyk's a Hawks announcer, and Keith Jones, but they were praising Dunn the whole game. He took a stupid penalty, and that when punching a guy in the face when there's not when your team's down 2-0 is just not okay. And then we have a what the heck just happened moment. DeBrincat stops a 2-on-1 by Seattle. Gord cross-checks him in the head, punches Kane, punches Jones, who steps in, and then Jones throws a punch, misses the punch, but gets a penalty for roughing, which would be killed, but why? And then after that happens, not during the same stop of the whistle, DeBrincat and Gord fight. So DeBrincat and Gord throw hands. Gord is smiling the entire time. DeBrincat goes ham on him, and it was just a funny thing to see. That was at 17-10. Then Larson, we go back to play. Yarncroke fans on a one-timer. Larson shoves Doc to the ground, no interference. But then at 14:24, it's a Chicago goal from Patrick Kane, his 6th of the year from Murphy and Kurashev to make it 3-0. So DeBrincat gets the Gordie Howe hat trick. Was honestly the best player on the ice tonight, I thought. I don't know how he wasn't named one of the 3 stars of the game. Fleury got the first one, which is understandable, but he should have been the first. Fleury should have got second. McCann got a second star, and Kane got the third. I did not agree with those star rankings at all. Grubauer makes a great save on DeBrincat. He's had the best, probably his best game of the year, both offensively and defensively. Stillman stops a geeky tap-in. Doc taken down, no penalty. That's where I mentioned DeBrincat had the Gordie Howe hat trick. Then 7:22, Chicago penalty to Doc for slashing. Feels like he's always got a penalty for high sticking or slashing. Jones and DeHaan make some great blocks, but at 5:45 on the power play, it's a Seattle power play goal from Jared McCann, his 6th of the year, from Geeky and Schwartz to make it 3-1. And the funniest thing about this was Kenny Alberts announcing the goal. He got the right number on the team, however, he didn't get the right team. As when he said, when I was like, goal, Chujar Kara. Firstly, Kara's a Blackhawk. Yes, he's number 16, but that was really funny to me. It was pretty funny overall. He's a wrong team, but right number. Funny how those things kind of happen. And this is when the Seattle crowd came to life. They were incredible. They were just being loud. They were chanting. They're not a disrespectful crowd, that's for sure. Props to the Seattle fan base. They're dedicated, and they want this team to be successful, and they were right behind them to the very end. Then at 3:45, it's Grubauer pulled. DeBrincat did a literal flip trying to get it out. Johnson takes it from him because that's how DeBrincat did the flip because he loses the puck. Johnson gets shaken up in a scramble for the puck after that underneath Fleury, which Fleury would lay on. Jones gets a 2-on-1. Doc steps in. I should say 2-on-1. 2 guys went after Jones, and Doc stepped in to break him apart. Then Doc missed an empty net, and then at 1:49, it's a Seattle goal to Yanni Gord, his 4th of the year from Eberle and Dunn to make it 3-2. Dunn had a 3-minute shift to that point, so it was good. It's good for him that he finally got that. And I was worried at that point. I thought, no, I'm not witnessing the 3-0 comeback like Vegas had against San Jose did against Vegas in that playoffs that one year. I thought I was going to rewatch that. Thankfully, it didn't happen, as at 25.4 seconds left in the game, it's an empty net Chicago goal from Jake McCabe, his first as a Blackhawk, his first of the year, which was unassisted, just lobbed it up into the air and went right down to the center of the net, so perfect. It makes it 4-2. It's win number 496 for Fleury, 4 more to make him third to goalie to ever get to 500, and 4 in a row for the Hawks. So they play Edmonton on Saturday. At 9, another late game, so we'll see how that goes. If they can beat Edmonton, they can go on a little bit more of a run here, because then they got Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, and then I'm pretty sure they come back home for a little bit, and hopefully they can just keep rattling off wins and getting back into this, as they're only 2 points behind Dallas now, and they played more games than a lot of teams, but they are on a good path right now. Colorado beat Vancouver last night, so Chicago moves ahead of them. We're talking about standings. You got Arizona, Seattle, Vancouver, Chicago, Dallas, San Jose. That's kind of how it looks right now. Or actually, no, Colorado is below San Jose. So the Pacific Division, you could say, is better than the Central for one of the first times, I'd say, ever. Anaheim moves into first, and the Pacific, they've been on an incredible roll. No one expected this, that's for sure. Carolina moved down because they haven't been playing games. Washington moved up because of that. Philadelphia and New Jersey keep switching. Winnipeg and Minnesota keep switching. And yeah, that's really all I have for you guys today. Great game overall. I'll see you guys next time, which will be probably Sunday, as they have a back-to-back on Saturday, Sunday from Edmonton and Vancouver, and then they play Calgary after on that Tuesday. So got a lot of games coming up over the weekend into the next week. So we'll get those covered. We'll see if we can get some more wins, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.